Hi, I'm here with Freedy Johnston, one of the Know-It-All Boyfriends. Freedy, you've been doing this event since the inception. You like year one.
I was here year one. Mike asked me to be a part of his benefit, and of course I said yes. And I'm here. It is how many years is it? I don't even know.
It's going to be, I think, 14 years, I believe.
14 years. So it's fantastic. I'm so, honored to help. Certainly, and it's just, as you know, you've seen the group of people that we get together here. So it's a great honor to be playing with these musicians. Amazing bands: Nielsen Trust, Portugal the Man, Butch and Duke, Perner and Soul Asylum, just all these great acts, and then all the Know-It-All girlfriends. Debbie and Vicky and Pit Monster. I could go on and on. Okay.
It's amazing that everybody gets together for such a good cause too. I mean,
it's really funny. I think Mike definitely has to feel good about what he's created, because it snowballed. It kind of created what's the word? It's like a critical reached a critical mass where, when I got Butch involved, because I was in a cover band with him, and I said, "Hey man, do you mind doing or thinking about this?" And he got involved, and that drew bigger artists, till now.
Well, and
bigger every year.
The project, the Know-It-All Boyfriends, of course, is almost like the house band during JoeysSong.
Yeah, we're the hosts.
How is the preparation for that?
Oh, we are not very well prepared. Jay Moran, our guitar player, does most of the music direction, and gets all that together, the song choices and all that stuff. But we're not really, that was our whole point when we were starting out as a cover band. We weren't very good, It was kind of a replacements vibe. We're just going to try to get through these songs. But now we're practicing and, playing to charts and things like that. And as you saw, if you saw the rehearsal, there's so many people in the band now.
Yeah.
It's a big old thing, yeah.
Yeah, and you guys, the Know-It-All Boyfriends are so unpredictable. To see you guys play at the Momar.
Well, that's the thing. It used to be different. It used to be very unpredictable, to the point it's like, oh, it could be a little more predictable, please. No, we used to have really rough gigs, rough in a good way. But this is for entertainment. This is to entertain the folks who have sold this place out.
What do you have planned after this? Are you putting on another album anytime soon?
Me? I'm doing I'm working on, I put a record out a year ago or so, year and 3 months. Yeah, I'm working on a new record. It's sort of a habit. It's a or whatever, it's a tick. I can't stop. The songs come out and I have to get them done. So I'm doing that. I live in Portland now. And I'm just getting 10 songs done, and I'm going to record them and just give them to the world. Yeah, that's what I do. I'm going out with Steve Forbert in February on the road on the East Coast, so that's going to be a cool thing.
Is touring something that you feel is needed now, that CD sales? And I know you released This Perfect World on vinyl.
Yeah, we did that. That was a crowdfunding campaign. I don't know. Live music... It's my, I'm a musician, so I need to play live, but it's really for the kids, it's for the people, really. I come to the town to play for them so they can see me live. It's not like it's the best way to get to people at all, If I could get my act together, I'm not saying get my act together, but that's how my girlfriend would put it. Like, if I could do a bunch of social media stuff, I could reach a lot more people, like a regular podcast. But I like playing live, and I remember after COVID, the first gig I did, it's been a year plus, and I got a gig in Portland. I was living out in California, and my buddy got me a gig there. And so I hadn't been, COVID was like for everybody, it was isolating, and I was not used to, I hadn't been on a stage, over a year. And I remember it very well. I remember thinking like, oh, this is going to be weird, I bet. And it was really weird. It was kind of like I walked up there and I felt like Andy Kaufman. The way I was looking around, I didn't know why I was there. It's like, I knew it, but it was like everybody was staring at me and they weren't talking. And it was like, I'd forgotten what that's like. Like, you guys are all looking at me. You're waiting for me to do something, aren't you? And I was just like, it was very, you never get that view of the job again, without it going. And I got very teary, I was like, wow, this is like some kind of convocation or like a religious ceremony, and I don't have my parents were whatever, agnostic. So I never really grew up in a church, but I was like, wow, this is heavy. And I will never forget that gig, because I just started playing one song and it was all the strangeness was gone. It was weird. It was just like the strangeness was before I played. And it was like, wow, you guys, I'm going to start playing music now. Are you okay with that? Instead of just talking to you, I'm going to make, it's like, I'm going to start making these sounds. It's going to be different than when I'm talking to you. It's like, I'd forgotten how very strange and moving that is, for people, certainly.
Well, even JoeysSong went virtual 1 year.
Yeah,
and you guys
had to.
You guys did some
year,
videos.
Was it
1 year.
Just one. Yeah, we did videos. That was pretty fun.
You did one for How Deep Was Your Love, right? Was that the?
Yeah, mine wasn't so good, but that was out in. I think it was okay. But Butch produced all those songs, so the covers sound really good. And we did a thing last year. I don't know if you can find it online. It's called "Sing Me a Story," the organization, and they canvass families for a story of their with disabled kids, and then they have someone put it to music. And so they sent us this story, and we took on the job, and Butch and I said, okay, let's write a song. But it's like, oh wow, okay. And it was, a child's, this sounds, I don't have kids, but it sounds so cliche, but like a child's imagination has no bounds at all. They trained to somewhere else. It was like, wow, I couldn't write that. That's too creative, So anyway, we did that song. That was kind of the high point of, it's after COVID, but it was the high point of a Joey's related thing, I think. It was just really fun because the story was great. And when the girls, when we saw them online, they were just these old geezers, but they were like looking at us like, oh, you're the guys who wrote that song. They were just amazed I think they were amazed that their words had been put to music.
That was like, I think it takes like a lot of talent to take somebody else's words. And
it was a thing that, I got to say, it worked out really well. Nobody really wanted to jump into it. We were working on this stuff, and finally Mike was really just like, you guys, we got to get this song done. And so Butch and I said, okay, let's go, because everybody else was busy. And he sent a melody just on a phone memo, and I'm like, good, that's great. We used that, and that became one of the parts, I think, the verse. And I made up a chorus and put them together, and there you go. So it was really fun. You saw the video to it?
Yeah.
The video is pretty funny.
Yeah, you had a
really
rhyme wallaby, I think was one of the, I think the word wallaby was in there.
We had to, we rhymed some word like wallaby or, no, flamingo. Flamingo eating tomatoes. It's really great, and there was a flamingo eating. It's one of my favorite lines of the. I still have the original, or no, of course it's a photocopy, but it's about a 5 or 6 page, 8.5 by 11 story. It's a long. We couldn't possibly get the whole song in there. I mean, the whole story into the song.
Well, this event, like, it's bigger and bigger. It's sold out for tomorrow, but
it's sold out. I know.
But the live stream, if people want to tune
really?
in.
Is that, I'm not aware of that. Yeah, so they can certainly see it live, and they can donate. And there are ways to online, I think, bid for the incredible guitars and posters and LPs over there. I couldn't believe some of them. I don't know what they're going to get for them, but there's some of them, like a Buddy Guy autographed guitar, is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really, really awesome to see the stuff that people donated for this great cause to fight epilepsy.
A Paul Simon LP signed by Paul, a Graceland. It's like, okay, that's going to go.
So the theme is the know-it-all boyfriends versus know-it-all girlfriends. Is there going to be any dirty tricks?
This is what happened about 2 or 3 years ago. It was obviously pointed out to us, like, you guys, you're know-it-all boyfriends, but you need to have when your guests, you need to have women on stage. We're like, oh, we're just dumb guys. Like, okay. And so we invited Kay and Gail and Tanya from Belly, and then who else? And then this year we have Vicky, Debbie, Pit Monster, Linda Pittman, and Vicky from the Silver Sun Pickups. Anyway, so they have a whole band. Well, the story is, it's not a secret. Tomorrow night is going to be a battle of the bands. We're each going to play a song, and the audience applausometer is going to choose the winner of each song, and then we'll do best out of 5, and there's a big wrestling belt. That's the prize. So we're really competitive about this. We want to win.
And people can get the live stream. It's only $10, which
is $10. Oh, that's pretty good.
Super reasonable. And if it's sold out, if you don't have your ticket, you can watch from the comfort.
Are you airing it like you're going to air it like before the show?
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
You should tune in because Rick Nielsen's going to be there, and that's worth the price of admission. You know. And just the bands are so good. Nielsen Trust is basically a Cheap Trick. You know, they sound just like them. You know, and Dax plays with the band. So I think Greg plays. I don't know who else plays. Maybe Miles plays with the band too. I don't know. I'm speaking out of class.
Miles is
here.
in there. Kelly.
They're in Cheap Trick now.
No.
I know they're but I mean I know Dax plays drums in Cheap Trick, which is funny. You know, he's his dad's drummer.
So what's your prediction for the Packer game on Sunday?
Well, of course, victory. You know.
Are you sensing a big spread between the teams?
No, it's a weird time of the year. Teams are different. I mean, the Bears are really good right now, so it's just really I have to, you know, I mean, this band is a Packer band. You know, I have to be optimistic, and I am optimistic, but it's not the best year. Let's say, it's not the year.